This is the first time the largest developmental tour in the world, the PGA EuroPro Tour, has visited the Spanish shores. Mosa Trajectum Golf and Sports Resort are the hosts to the finale of what has been by far the most successful season yet.
We've found that with 20 events this year, that we've established now a major circuit for young, aspiring professional golfers. And they have their chance here. It's hard because it costs money. I mean, to play on any tour, your expenses alone have to be met by sponsorship or mums and dads or friends or backers. But that's an integral part of the growth and the learning curve that it takes to become a touring professional. So it's been a very good year for us, and I'm hopeful that 2005 will be even better. If you lay the gauntlet down and give young people the opportunity in sport, if they have the character and the ability, they will succeed, and we are part of that process for taking them to the next level.
The 2003 Tour Championship saw Scotsman David Orr take the title at Palmeiras Golf in the Algarve in Portugal. Orr was pushed all the way by Australian Daniel Gaunt and England's Ryan Fenwick, but the talented Scotsman held his nerve and composure to fend off the rest of the field and take the title and the glory. This year, the Tour Championship moves from Portugal to Spain. Welcome to the Mosa Trajectum Golf and Sports Resort here in Murcia in southern Spain for the EuroPro Tour Championship of 2004. All the top players are here from the order of merit. We've got Tim Rice from Ireland, we've got Inda van Verelt of the Netherlands, and England's own David Close and James Holmes. All of them battling it out with the other top 54 qualifiers for that winner's cheque of €30,000. It's going to be a tough 3 rounds of championship golf that lay ahead for these young European golfers.
This championship is about the best players on the EuroPro Tour coming together for an end-of-season event, just like the Volvo Masters on the main tour goes down to Valderrama. And I think that's good because everybody that's come this week's earned the right to be here. So suddenly the top 50 guys, all seeking to get that top category in the order of merit. And also for many of them preparing themselves for a tour school that's coming up in the not too distant future as well. And I think that's, you know, I believe that professional golf is about aspiring to the next level until eventually you become the #1 player in the world. You've got to keep aspiring. So for these fellas who started out, you know, the 450, almost 500 of them at the start of the season, to try and get a card and then finish up in this top 50 and maybe secure a place to go forward to the next level. That's what we're trying to achieve, because the ultimate aim for all these guys is to win a major or to play in the Ryder Cup squad, and that's what. So we've got to try and create those events that make them feel some pressure, makes them feel they've got to perform. And this event is one of those events, and it's the end of the year. Good prize money, 75,000. It's something that you want to be part of, and for all the guys back home, they're wishing they were here this week.
Yes, they are too young for the PGA EuroPro Tour, but these talented kids could one day play tour golf. And the way that they played around the Par 3 Challenge course in the Youth Pro-Am, well, why not? But before the pressure of the tournament, the more senior players had the pleasure of accompanying the amateurs around the course in the Pro-Am. 6-time world snooker champion Steve Davis, who isn't a bad golfer himself, seemed to be enjoying his time on the course.
Yes!
That's a 5 on that hole.
That's 2 birdies. Fantastic.
You get a 5 on the third.
That is top shooting. Top shooting. They've gone.
It's great to play with the professionals, and they help you so much. And Graham's sort of, you know, experienced enough to know how to get, you know, us mugs around. And that hole is just a beast of a hole. And Graham birdied it, and I parred it, which is a net birdie. We just can't believe it, really, because when you look at it on the map, well, it's just water out of our league, but spectacular course. I mean, we've obviously got the worst to come, apparently.
I was going to say, how does it shape up for the rest of the game?
I think the greatest thing is if you don't really care one way or the other, it's easier. It's only when you have to start trying like the pros have to. That's when it's a little bit of a nightmare, I'd imagine.
Tour chairman Barry Hearn, who does enjoy his Pro-Ams, always makes sure that he has a good team around him.
I've got some great teammates on my team, Sandy Jones and Maureen Roberts from the PGA, and Mr Moriarty, our pro, who's banging the ball miles. But we're scoring okay, and it's a lovely course. It's in great condition, the greens are super, but you've got to be straight.
It's in great condition for such a new golf course, and you've got to think your way around it. There's no sort of giveaway shots. You've got to find them and make them work for you. But it's not just bang the driver all the time. You've got to get the ball in position. So I think the boys will enjoy it very much.
I don't know if you want to hear this, but Steve Davis, we just watched him make a birdie back at the third.
I don't want to hear that at all. That sounds expensive.
So Barry Hearn, with his work cut out to win some money back off great rival Steve Davis, was giving it his best shot. Director of Matchroom Golf Management Eddie Hearn was also relishing the chance to play some golf in glorious conditions, and judging by this shot, not too badly either.
Showtime, baby.
Dutch newcomer Inder van Vierelt has taken the EuroPro Tour by storm this year and is enjoying every minute of it.
It's part of the job. I mean, if you're top so many on the order of merit, you got to play the Pro-Am, and I mean, I'm happy to be in the position to be able to play the Pro-Am because I'm playing all right this season. So, and I'm having fun out here as well. So I don't mind. It's just enjoyable.
We turn up, and generally most weeks there is a Pro-Am, and we use it mainly as a practice round for ourselves, because as this week we haven't seen the course. But yeah, it definitely is part of the job. We have to help the amateurs enjoy their day and hopefully show them how it's played.
Johan Cruyff, the living legend in the world of football, owns a villa on the Mosa Trajectum resort and is also partial to the occasional round of golf. Irishman Tim Rice has played quite brilliantly this season and currently leads the order of merit. However, in the Pro-Am, it doesn't seem to be going all to plan.
Well, it's tough for me. To mind the amateurs, they're very straight hitters. I'm hitting it everywhere. So when my ball starts off in one direction, it keeps going that way. The three players I'm playing with have been knocking it down the middle all day and laughing at me. So I'm going to have to do a bit better in the last few holes here.
I think the team's about a couple under. It was nice when we set off very calm, but the wind's picked up quite a bit now. It's getting a bit tougher, but we're enjoying it.
David Close won the first two events of the season. However, he didn't card a hole-in-one. If he had, he'd have qualified for the Peugeot Hole-in-One Challenge. The Peugeot Hole-in-One Challenge has been running across the entire season. And across all of the events, just 6 players have made a hole-in-one to gain automatic entry to the Tour Championships and also to the Peugeot Hole-in-One Challenge playoff. Now they're going to play a special hole, and those 6 players have 3 shots to try and get nearest the pin. Nearest the pin wins a brand new Peugeot car. I'm on the tee, and you didn't think they were going to make it easy, did you? When the 6 competitors gathered at the tee, the rules were read, order of play was decided, and the players lined up for an exciting event. Andrew, you're the first one up today. How does that feel?
Yeah, that's okay. You know, first to go, a bit nerve-wracking, but you know, try and get a good one in first and put some pressure on the rest of the lads.
Now, Barry, there's a car waiting down there for you. Does that mean a bit of extra pressure?
Yeah, absolutely. As Andy says, a bit of nerves. I'm sure everyone feels that way. But it's a good opportunity for us.
Now, Rick, you've been enjoying yourself up here, going around and wishing everybody good luck. Do you mean it?
Yeah, I do. Hopefully the best man win. You know, it's one lucky shot to get here, one lucky shot to win the car, so it should be fun.
Now, Steve, this is quite a bizarre circumstance, isn't it? To be up right up here, we're about 50 metres up in the wind, and it's going to be a tough shot, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, it's a proper hole. I mean, I didn't think it'd be anything like this, but I mean, a completely different par 3 to anything we've ever played. So yeah, it's going to take quite a bit of skill and luck, I suppose, just to get it close. Yeah. So may the best man win.
Yeah, good luck. And Daryl, nerve-wracking?
Very nerve-wracking, but I'm just going to enjoy it. Keep my head down, swing through it. That's all I can do. Not for the best.
And Kevin, you're the last man to go, so you get the last shot today. It could all be down to you.
Yeah, I guess I know what I've got to beat, so just do my best, really, hope for the best.
So the crowd waited for Andrew Willey, the first of the golfers to tee up from an almost Colosseum-like structure on top of this hill. But that's fair enough, because this is a gladiatorial contest to see who comes away with the spoils. A new car at stake, and Willey looking rock solid, 8-iron off the tee. The crowd liked it. The golfers were certainly muttering on the tee about that's it, the car's gone. The line was great, distance though not so good. Straight in the water for Andrew Willey. Well, a a wry smile from him. Barry Hume next up, 7-iron from him. What will he have learnt from Willie's shot? And that certainly looked good. When the golfers hold the pose, you know something's right. And just on the edge of the green, front edge for Hume, 49 feet from the pin. And so he draws first blood. Out comes the tape, just to confirm the exact distance. That is then relayed up to the tee, so the golfers know exactly what the situation is as each shot happens. And a very nervous Stephen Brotherhood next up, 7-iron for him. Well, a lovely swing, really forcing that into the wind. Again, the crowd muttering, and the shouts of go, go, go. It gets onto the front edge, and that's a lot closer than Hume. And despite the nerves, Brotherhood hit a fantastic shot, 29 foot 8 inches from the pin. So Stephen Brotherhood takes an early lead, and the crowd waiting on their second attempts. Willie, Hume and Valentine all missed the green, so Darrell Lay decided to show them how it was done. Well, Lay's first shot wasn't so good, but a 7-iron on the second. He looks confident. The crowd love it. What a shot from Darrell Lay. 15 feet 11 inches, by far the closest.
Well, feeling a bit of pressure up here now. I'm glad I've got it in there now. Put a bit of pressure on these guys. Still got one more shot to go, so see if I can get into.
How tough is this shot?
Very tough, because we practiced it yesterday and wind were coming from the left, now it's coming from right. So yesterday a wedge, today I'm hitting 7-iron, 6-iron, so it's completely different. So we haven't had any advantage at all having a practice yesterday, but we'll see how it goes now.
Well, there's a lot of nerves up on the tee. This is a big moment for these young men. It's a big prize that awaits them, and Stephen Brotherhood next goes with a 6-iron to try and improve his chances. You can hear the reaction of the crowd. And that is a very good shot from Stephen Brotherhood, but will it be good enough? So, Steve, have a quick word. You were leading, and then Darrell threw the gauntlet down. You just hit another good one, though.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad one. Just pulled it a touch. I think it might just be outside Darrell's there, but wait and see, eh?
So 17 feet 9 inches just outside Darrell Lay's effort, and so to the third and final round, where Willie had his best effort yet, but unfortunately for him, not quite good enough. Well, traditional for all the golfers and the crowd to turn out for this event. Hume was next up. He also had a brave attempt that momentarily threatened the lead. But again, when the measuring tapes came out, it wasn't enough to beat Darrell Lay. The remaining shots were gallant efforts, but they all failed to snatch the car from an elated Darrell Lay. So, Darrell, you've done it. What was it like, those last two shots that you had to wait for? That must have been the worst.
Looking over the other way then, when them two were up there, I thought Steve might just pop it inside me then. Oh, can't believe it.
Well, an exciting event here at the Tour Championship. Congratulations to Darrell Lay, who wins the 2004 Hole-in-One Challenge. Right, Darrell, you've done it. Has it sunk in yet?
Not as yet, no. It has not sunk in yet. Can't believe it, can't believe it.
Well, while we wait for it to sink in for Darrell, let's enjoy his winning shot one more time.
It's great. I mean, I think the whole idea is, A, we got involved with EuroPro Tour to be involved with helping the up-and-coming guys on the European, to get onto the European Tour, and to give them a chance as well to win a car is fantastic, and a bit of cinema like that and a bit of theatre is absolutely tremendous. So it's a great event for us and we're delighted, and what a setting to have it.
Congratulations must also go to the winning Pro-Am team, captained by pros Matthew Green and Simon Hurd. With all the fun and games over, now the attention must turn to the main event, with €30,000 winner's cheque up for grabs. Welcome back. Ronald Rass is the man behind Key Resorts and the owner of Mosa Trajectum.
The PGA having here in our resort, we are very proud about that, because it never has been found place in Spain. And then the first time it found place in Spain, we have it in our area. And the good thing is, and the fantastic thing is, I think, that they're choosing us, because the golf course has been seeded in the last 9 holes about 6-7 months ago, and we're already playing on it, and they already choose us. So I think better is not possible for us. Not for us, not even for Spain, not for the region of Murcia, and that to tell you again, we're very proud about it. I think we do our best. I think we have proven that we have done our best. I think that all the players, what they told us, by the way, they were very happy. They liked the course, they loved the course. Maybe not all of them, of course, because the one who didn't play so good, maybe he has another opinion. But maybe for the next time, it is for him a good way to start again. So let's hope that we get the European Tour here. And again, let's do our best.
Matthias Supersberger of Sudhaus works closely with Mosa Trajectum. He's impressed with the standard of golf.
Ja, best is golf.
The sponsor's money is very well placed. The players are very good.
Gut angelegt das Geld als Sponsor.
So confirmation that Tim Rice leads the Order of Merit ahead of Lee Slattery, but the Order of Merit also dictates several other things. The top 4 players go to the Mauritius Open, and the top 5 get Category 9 on the Challenge Tour. Now, Lee Slattery's not here this week, so there's an opportunity for others to overtake him. He's just secured top spot on the Challenge Tour Order of Merit, but with €30,000 available to the winner, it's a fantastic opportunity for the players here at the MosaTrajectum.com PGA EuroPro Tour Championship. The Mosa Trajectum Resort offers a variety of golfing options, from this spectacular par 3 course cut into a dry riverbed to the challenge of the championship course facing the PGA EuroPro Tour players. And this brand new facility also benefits from the support of one of the best football players that the world has ever seen.
It's not just a normal golf course. I mean, golf almost throughout all Europe has got a bad name because they spoil water, the ecological things, the environment and everything. And this is a golf course which I think it's perfect for all these sort of things. The environment, what we did here, is fantastic, which means we do nothing wrong, we just make it better. Second, the water we use, it's our own water, which means what the houses, hotels and everybody uses, we clean it and we use it. And we don't use any other water. It's just very well done. It's done with their brains.
So time for action from round 1. Scott Cranfield, European Tour coach, alongside me in the commentary box. And Scott, just how important is this Tour Championship to the players?
Well, very, Simon. It's recognition for a year well done, some good performances, some hard work, and you feel kind of elitist just to be in this as a player, and that raises the confidence for everybody.
Now a couple of local golfers with invites to this tournament. Javier de Lope followed by Samuel Del Val. And Samuel, invite from Alicante Golf, still an amateur, still at school, but a very impressive 2-over, 74 for Samuel, so a face to watch for the future. And here's a familiar face, Darrell Lay, winner of that hole-in-one challenge, the man who now has a new car, getting his challenge underway. But didn't do that well, 7-over and a disappointing 79. And Scott, I guess just showing how tough this course is.
Yeah, it's going to challenge the players, there's no doubt about it. It's sort of course that you can get some good scores, but if you're slightly off, you can also ring up a high number quite quickly and easily. This is Simon Hurd, one of the more experienced players playing this week, some previous European Tour experience. Also a winner of one of the Pro-Ams earlier in the week, and also, of course, a winner at Morley Hayes earlier in the year on the PGA EuroPro Tour. And so Simon, a player you expect to feature highly this week, and well, he opens up with a 1-under 71.
Down. This season, Irishman Tim Rice has drawn comparisons to the great Seve Ballesteros.
Well, it's funny, like you mentioned Seve. I mean, I was a huge fan of him all my life when I was growing up, and but interesting, since I've started to work on my game, I'm trying to become a little less like him, even though it's not quite working. But I was a huge Seve fan, really, to be honest. He was the main one that sticks out. Tom Watson as well. But on this tour, yeah, it's funny. Like, there's so many good players in this tour. It's almost like they're waiting. I see Mark Smith behind me there. Now he's a really good player. Played with him a few times this year, and he's a really good swinger now. And there's a lot of good guys. And the Irish guys, obviously, I play a lot of golf with them. Eamon, Kieran, and Colm. I think they've got great potential. So I think hopefully one of us will break through at some point and go on to better things.
Tim Rice has won twice this season and has played some fantastic golf on the way, something he attributes to a change in his outlook on the sport.
I used to get quite very serious about my golf, and I think off the golf course now I just blank it out completely, and I've sort of taken a much more relaxed approach, because I used to be very uptight about it and quite sensitive about what I was doing, and now I've taken the total different approach to that, and then I don't worry about it as much off the golf course anymore. So I'm kind of just splitting it. When I play golf, I'm very concentrated, focused, and then when I get off the golf course, I've just decided, right, no more of torturing myself. They used to call me Tortured Tim back in Ireland, so I'm trying to get rid of that tag.
Back to the action, and Oliver Whiteley, well, he started very well indeed, 4 under 68, and a very successful player. Still looking for more from this guy though, Scott.
Yeah, Oliver's shown some very good form, but there's always a path for players, Simon, and that path is a different timeline for some as it is for others. Some people get there very quickly, others they just need to go through a longer development stage, and that could be the case for Oliver.
Now Mikkel Bothma, the South African, who had lost so narrowly to Whiteley at Morley Hayes last year, has found top finishes hard to come by this year, but again, the experience serving him well, and he started with exactly the same score, 4 under and 68. And Bothma, not the only experienced golfer on this tour. Scott, this guy's got years of experience. Graham Rankin.
Yeah, Graham, another player with main European Tour experience. Hasn't quite had the finishes this year that he had last year. He was very consistent last year, but when he gets going, there's no question he's one of the best players on the tour.
But you are right, Scott, there's a lot of examples of the older players suddenly finding good form and actually making their way onto the tour.
Absolutely. And also at an event like this, the Tour Champs will bring out the best in Graham Rankin and Mikkel Bothma, those sort of players. They will rise to an occasion like this. And that was Graham Rankin, 71 for his opening round.
Now Jeffrey Harris took his first pro win in the Mortgage Group Classic at the Bristol Golf Club earlier this year. And good putt here on the 18th. He means he finishes 3 under with a 69. So Jeffrey Harris also in the hunt at the end of round 1. Well, conditions here, Scott, very good for the golfers. And as you said, if they can do everything right, then they should be able to record some big scores. And Richard Finch certainly did everything right in round 1, didn't he?
Yeah, it's the story of Richard Finch today. 5 under today, 67. Currently lined 40th on the order of merit here. He's a Matchroom stable player. Matchroom have very high expectations for him, that's for sure. Just needs to get a little bit more consistency into his game. But as today proved, he's got all the aspects that are needed to be a great player.
Well, very good stuff from Finch in the first round. And he absolutely ripped it up, taking a new course record, 5 under 67, ahead of 2 familiar names, Oliver Whiteley and Mikkel Bothma. No sign, though, of the order of merit leaders as yet.
Yeah, I was pleased. Got off to a steady start, really. I was just 1 under after 10. I was playing with Oliver Whiteley, who was going along really well as well. And then chipped in for eagle on the 11th, the par 5, and had a good finish. And pleased with that, really, because it's a tough course if you're not spot on. So yeah, I was delighted.
Well, in round 2, it was disappointment for Richard Finch, and he struggled a little. This double bogey at the 7th meant that he finished 3 over with a 75.
Darren Charlton on the 8th hole. He stepped it up a gear or 2 in the second round after a level par first round. Darren's been a very impressive character on the tour this year. and I think we could be seeing a lot more of him next year. And he was on his way to a 69 at 3 under par in round 2, and quite rightly looking pleased with himself.
Oh, steady stuff from Charlton, and Joe Templer getting himself in on the action as well. And this par 5 11th, what a shot to leave him that tap in for an eagle. That got his round going, and in the end Joe finishing on 2 under with a round of 70. Playing there alongside Michael Nesbitt. Now Oliver Whiteley, someone we talked about in the first round, but like Finch, Whiteley didn't reproduce his round 1 form, but kept it together, finished level par, 72, and that meant 4 under. James Holmes is currently lying 3rd on the order of merit after his most successful season ever.
This is my 3rd season now, and I've slowly got better as the years have gone on, and I've had a really good end to this season. It's a great tour to start on and to progress and to learn your game, and I'm definitely seeing the benefits of playing 2 years on it, and hopefully going to be progressing onto the Challenge Tour from this. So yeah, no, I've really enjoyed playing on the EuroPro Tour.